Good morning. Welcome back to the Red Mic. Happy Thursday. Thanks for indulging me a little bit later this morning. Working from home today, so no need to get up at the crack of early and be out the door by 7. So here I am. These Red Mic messages are leadership and life lessons I picked up from 25 years as a public servant, 16 years as a youth football coach and scouting volunteer, and 10 years as a mediocre athlete with far more heart than actual physical ability. Today's Red Mic message: 13 rules from General Powell. What can you say about this guy? He knew a thing or two about leadership. 4-star general, Secretary of State, National Security Advisor, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs, and he was a teacher of leaders. Now, he had a list, 13 simple rules. None of them by themselves are revolutionary or probably things that you hadn't heard before. But he didn't use PowerPoint, he didn't use buzzwords, just straight talk from a guy who made a life out of making decisions, usually that had a lot of consequences. They mattered. So let's go through them, and I'll add a comment or two along the way. Number 1, it's not as bad as you think. It will look better in the morning. It's easy to panic in the moment. Sleep on it. My dad used to say, never make a big decision mad. You could probably add tired or hungry to that list too. And, that's pretty simple from Powell there. Number 2, get mad, then get over it. Anger is normal. It's human. It's kind of how we're wired anyway. But to be a good leader, you got to move past it. You're not going to be able to drive that bus if you're still in the back seat yelling about it. So vent if you need to, but then get over it and get back to work. Stuff's got to get done. Number 3, avoid having your ego so close to your position so that when your position falls, your ego goes with it. You're not your title. You're not your job. If you can't separate who you are from what you do, you're setting yourself up for a fall, because everything changes. Everything. Sooner or later, they're going to stop saluting at you. And when they do, that's when you're going to find out who you really are. It can be done. General Powell did not believe in the impossible. He did not believe in impossible. He believed that anything could be done if you had enough time, if you had enough effort, if you had enough ingenuity. Leaders find ways. They don't accept can't as an answer until they've turned it completely inside out and attacked it from every angle. Be careful what you choose. You may get it. Yes, power exists when you get to choose, but there's also a lot of responsibility there. Don't forget the wisdom from Spock. Wanting is not quite as pleasurable as having, and yeah, I'm paraphrasing. Sometimes what you want, when you get it, it's not as great as what you thought it was going to be. So again, be careful what you choose. You may get it. Don't let adverse facts stand in the way of a good decision. Data matters. So does instinct. General/Secretary Powell knew that sometimes you got to trust your gut too. Not to ignore facts, but to use your judgment in conjunction with the facts. You can make someone else's choices. You can't make someone else's choices. Don't let other people make your choices either. Don't live someone else's dreams. Don't follow their blueprint. Can you follow their direction a little bit? Yeah, but you're a different person. They're a different person. Don't follow them blindly. Don't do exactly what they do. Well, this is how they found successes. No, find your own path. Leadership is about influence, not control. So don't care at the end of the day how they got it done, as long as they got it done ethically, efficiently. Just, did you get it done? Yes. Okay, then I don't care. That being said, moving into the next thing, and this sort of runs contrary to the whole idea of don't sweat the small stuff and it's all small stuff. I get that, but General Powell had a rule: check small things, because small things become big things if they're ignored. It's that warning light on your dashboard. Take care of that now. You don't want to let the small leak turn into an engine failure. So whether it's something like that, or even a broken coffee machine, or a typo in a press release, the little stuff adds up. So the contrary advice I'm giving you here is, sweat the small stuff, because it's going to matter eventually. Number 9, you've heard me say this a million times, share credit. If you want loyalty, give recognition. If you want trust, show gratitude. People remember how you made them feel, not what you told them. Share credit. Give your team all the glory, take all the blame. Remain calm, be kind. You can be urgent without being panicked. You can be urgent without being a jerk. Calm and kindness are not weaknesses. They show that you are steady. You're in control. You got the solid hand, right? Have a vision and be demanding. You can't lead unless you know where you're going. Having high standards doesn't make you a tyrant, though. It makes you someone worth following, if your team knows why it matters. So be sure to communicate with them. Sorry, hang on a sec. Darn allergies. Everything. My eyes itch, my nose itches, the whole bit. Austin tries to kill you, I'm convinced. Number 12, don't take counsel of your fears or of naysayers. Fear is going to shrink your vision. Fear is natural, but you got to swallow hard. You got to get past it. The voices of people who never built anything, they can weigh on you too. Don't let fear or cynicism or negativity control your direction. Don't let those people take the pen away from you. So write out your future, write those decisions, move forward. Don't take counsel of your fears or your naysayers. And then last but not least, this is from the Ted Lasso school too. Perpetual optimism is a force multiplier. I like this one a lot. If you don't believe in the mission, no one else will. You've got to believe it in your heart, your soul, your gut, and you got to be optimistic about it. You've got to know that you're going to get it done. Energy is contagious, so is grit. Most importantly, so is hope. You've got to know it. You've got to believe it in your heart. Perpetual optimism is a force multiplier. So to sum up, Colin Powell's rules, they're not theory, they're action. They're putting thoughts and whatnot into action, into deeds. Every one of these came from the trenches. But again, they're probably things that you've heard along the way. I bet every one of these are little variations on advice you've gotten from your grandparents, from your dad, your mom, your best friend, bosses that you looked up to. If you're going to be a leader, if you're going to lead even one person, have some idea, some list similar to these. Because rules like this are the kind of things that are worth taping to your wall, at least metaphorically. They all pay out in the end. Use them. General Powell did, and he was amazingly successful at it. I've seen him play out on the football field, in the halls of the Capitol, behind closed doors, in both public and private sector, where real lives are affected by the decisions that you are going to make. So go out there, make them. Remember these rules, put them in action. And that's today's Red Mike message. I hope you found it interesting. I hope you found it helpful. I hope you're able to put some of these things in place in your own life. I would appreciate it very much if you give me a like, a follow, and a share. And speaking of a like and a follow, the Flip My Life people, they interacted with me a whole bunch yesterday through both comments and also private messages. It's great. And I got to tell you, using the blender, exactly what I needed to do. Read the directions. That ought to be one of your rules too. Also, a very happy birthday to my friend Cindy Dixon. I've known Cindy since high school. If you know Cindy out in the real world, tell her happy birthday. Tell her you heard it was her birthday from the Red Mic. I'd appreciate it. I'll see you again tomorrow. Tomorrow, Fun Friday. Tomorrow I'm going to have a variation on Colin Powell's 13 rules. I'm going to take a few of Quark's rules, actually. They're the Ferengi rules of acquisition. I'm going to have some fun with that one. So, hope you don't miss it. Hope to see you tomorrow. I appreciate you very much. And don't forget, life is short. Drink the bourbon.